Oh no, what are we doing now? What are we doing now on Ice Age TV? You know what we're going to do? We're going to go buy motorcycles in Dulles. And I want to see in person this Evel Knievel motorcycle. You know, Brian and Gail did a review on it. Brian did. And, you know, the video, I don't think it gives it much justice. It just doesn't look that good. But here we are. You know, anybody out there thinks that this Friday, everybody's staying at home and not spending money. If everybody thinks that nobody's out buying motorcycles, you're kidding yourself. I mean, this area, it just doesn't end with the money factor. I mean, even for me, I think, yeah, the government's in so many ways unstable right now. People not knowing they're gonna have a job tomorrow, but I guess that doesn't matter. So let's go around here. Can't even get a parking spot. So to try to even get a motorcycle to Dulles, the parking sucks. You know, so for John, the owner here, it's kind of like you spent all this money in this facility here, but yet you can't park anywhere. So I'll just park right here. I don't feel like parking over there. How about that idea? That's an attitude, isn't it? I think it is. All right, let's go check out motorcycles at Dulles. All right, let's shuffle on in here. You know, it's a sunny day, but it's kind of a cool air. But let's see. So look at this here. So that's pretty cool. So the Rocket GT Evel Knievel edition is actually outside here. So I think that's actually better because now you really can get an idea of the colors. I thought that this color from the magazines was more of a kind of like a darker color here. So as one of my friends says, looks like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader edition. You know, in so many ways, so what's interesting here is I'm hearing somebody saying, exit your vehicle with your hands up. Huh. Is there a robbery going on? Am I going to be shot at? But anyways, here we are. You know, in person, I don't know. I'd have to honestly say, it doesn't really, it's not really that exciting. So, it'll be very interesting to see how that thing kind of sits around. You know, I mean, borderline, in my view, it borderline kind of looks gaudy. It just doesn't really, you know, there's just nothing there. So, I'm glad it came out, because now seeing in person, it's just like, would I want these? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. So, I think that's going to be a failure, personally. Let's go inside and see what the gang is doing, how many people are lined up to buy a motorcycle. Look here. Quite the collection here. That's a good looking bike. That kind of has a little bit look to my CB 1000R. Hi there, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm sorry?
Very good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing good.
How can I,
I'm just doing my YouTube video. Everybody, you must be new because people know me down here. Are you new?
I am new.
Yeah, I think you're new. So yeah, most people know who I am, but you're good. Thanks for asking. It's interesting how this has such a squared look. I never noticed that with the boxer motor. Look at the green edition. The green edition isn't bad. What do you guys
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Why'd you get a haircut?
A haircut?
Yeah, you need a haircut.
I shaved my beard. That's
I know that. I know. So you're looking awful clean
Are
there.
you filming me?
Well, yeah. I'm promoting your product and dealership, right?
Just don't put me on the internet.
Well, it will be on YouTube. It won't be on the internet. It'll be on YouTube. How about that idea? Yeah, you're good.
Well, how do you know I'm not in a FBI?
Well, because I've known you a long time, and I know you know who I am, so I know that you'll support my video because you guys have actually shown my videos on your big TV here in your own showroom. Oh, I know that. All right, let's keep walking.
Motorcycle things.
See over here, sold. So this dealership here is selling motorcycles. Now, come back here. I mean, if you ask me, I think this Rocket looks so much nicer. I mean, come on. That's the exact same motorcycle with a different scheme. That's all it is. It's a GT. And over here is the R. So see here, it says right here, it's a Rocket 3R. Now, just anybody out there watching the video here, the Triumph Rocket, they come in two different models. One is more of an aggressive stance, one's more of a laid back. So the 3R, you see right here, Rocket 3R, that's more of a forward. You're really over the tank. You're more upright. You look at the foot controls here, they're right underneath your knees. And the handlebars are positioned differently. And they're different handlebars to a degree, I guess. And no rear little passenger seat. But if you come over here to the GT, you can see the forward, they move the controls forward. And the handlebars are extended, so you're leaning back more. So that's the difference between the Rocket 3 GT and the Rocket 3R. It's more of the body position, the handlebars, the foot controls. But the good news is you can buy a 3R and you can literally make this a GT. Or you can buy this GT and you can make it a 3R. It's just changing out the handlebars and changing out the foot controls, putting a sissy pad in the back. So everything else is exactly the same. Hey there, how are you?
What's up, Gary?
Hey.
You're talking about the Rocket, the Evel Knievel's in the sun outside.
I've already been out there.
Oh, okay, good.
You're a penny short, a day late.
I'm sorry.
Tell that guy to get a haircut.
It's the last day of the month. You
Tell-
gotta work hard, you know?
I know, but you know what? I just told everybody, for the record, I would actually prefer this.
Yeah.
I think this looks sharper than that Evel Knievel.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
I mean, hey, like, if I know one thing about Chrome is that it's polarizing either way.
Right.
Right?
But this is just such a really good color combination. You look at the front fender, the exhaust,
Sure.
the tank. I mean, this is a beautiful, and I think it gives the bike a more striking stance. I think that Dallas Cowboy edition, Cheerleaders edition, I'm not so sure.
Well, if you call it that, I'm never going to... Gary, we're in the D.C. area. I can't have you calling it that online because I will never sell it. People will be like, oh, motorcycle.
Oh, it's already on.
The people that support the Cowboys?
It's already out there. Trust me, it's
come
already
on.
out there. The
Come
Dallas
on,
Cowboy
Gary.
Cheerleader edition.
If
I
you-
didn't. That wasn't my idea. I wish I could
Well-
tell you that I created that idea, but
Well,
no,
I'd
it's out
say
there.
just don't put that
Hey, let me ask you a
label on
question.
it, okay?
Can I ask you a question? So one of my subscribers said, "What's a great product to use for my Indian FTR?" And I said, "But of course, muck off." So I sent him the link for the muck off. So anybody here, this muck off, I love the way it smells.
Yeah, so
I love
bubblegum, I think.
Yeah, I love the way it performs.
Yeah.
So anybody's local here, Motorcycle Dallas, they do sell a whole line of the muck off product. I'll come over here and show it to you. Yeah, it really is good stuff. I like it. And on a motorcycle, I mean, it's not like it's gonna make or break you. Look at that. It's really cool. So if anybody out there, and you can go to the online and do it too, but hopefully your local dealer has it. So here we are walking around even more. And as you can see, do we have customers? We do have customers walking around. There's my bike that you don't ever see sitting in my my trailer that rarely ever gets ridden. But let's do the roundabout here of all the different motorcycles. I like this color here. This is a really cool combination right here. I like that a lot. I was so close to buying one of these, pulled back, at the end I ended up buying a Africa Twin. Now this is unique. So this is a new color. This is a 2025 Springfield Dark Horse. Isn't that interesting? So this is the running last edition of these V-twin motors. All the cruisers are going to these water-cooled 108 and 112 motors. And it's interesting to see and how really this is the, I guess, the end of the run of the V-twin air-cooled motors. Because if you watch, they're doing the reviews on the latest Indians, they're all the new water-cooled motors. Which is very interesting how they're changing out. So if you want the air-cooled motor, but I mean the Pursuit already has that 108 liquid-cooled. Hey buddy, how are you? Yeah, so it's pretty crazy on how they're moving away. They're moving away from the V-twin air to all the liquid-cooled. Is that correct, sir? You hearing that?
I mean, they're moving towards liquid-cooled,
Yeah. Here's MV Augusta, who separated themselves from the KTM fiasco. So MV now is back on its own, and they're not part of that KTM bankruptcy. I mean, these are really badass looking bikes. Look at this here. I mean, very cool, very pricey. I mean, what is the price? Not too bad. Actually, a little better than I thought, actually. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I wonder how these things sound. Where's your son?
He's in the desk.
Okay. Wow. You got quite the collection now, the MV Augusta. Last time I was here, you didn't have this much. You had a decent, but this is new.
So yeah, so the Veloce's new, the Brutale's new.
Which one? Did John mandate that everybody has to shave themselves?
No.
What's going on around here? Everybody shave themselves.
Well, I always do the let it grow, trim it back.
Yeah, but I mean, I've just noticed that some people are, did John mandate a different look or something?
No, that's what
I mean, knowing John, he would do that.
I can't imagine he would do that.
I can see him doing that, but anyways. All right, so here's all the new motorcycles. But here's the thing. There's a whole nother level up here. So last time I was here, I went up here, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to walk upstairs just to share with you. Somebody's calling me. All right, got off the phone. All right, back here. So last time I was up here. It's interesting to see what's still here. But, it's still kind of early. It's just the end of the February. So I think the bike bug will start happening here in March. So, but I see a few of the bikes I remember the last time I was here. So one thing about these Indians, those big windshields like that, any motorcycle, there's such the wall of challenges on the motorcycle adventures here today. So yeah, not bad. I mean, the used inventory to me, yeah, it's all right. I mean, anything jumping out at me? That's really weird how this person put this really low screen on that. What's that all about? So this is under construction over here. So let's see, it's over here. Lots more Triumphs. Anything hidden back here? Any flavors? They got some more Indians back here. So it's got a lot of product, which only means one thing: you're selling a lot of product. I mean, you don't carry this type of inventory unless you're moving. I'd be willing to bet, I already know these guys are moving 80 to 100 units a month now, and they're not doing it dead of winter, but you come springtime, normal season, riding season. So that's kind of the big shebang, everybody. Just wanted to kind of come by and see the Rocket Evel Knievel, and for me, nothing really very exciting for me on that. So I'd have to honestly say, kaput, shebang, and that's it. See you next time. Well, I can't leave here without looking at the Enfield. You know, that is a pretty cool looking bike. I mean, you got to give it credit. It has a bit of a flair to it, doesn't it? So the Royal Enfield, you know, these are like the longest lasting built motorcycle in the world. It's truly incredible. But they just don't go like the extra mile to put big motors in these things. So here's the guy here. This guy here, this is a die-hard motorcycle. You're supposed to be leaving on your big trip. He didn't even hear me.
What was that?
You're supposed to be heading to frickin' your big trip. You're not supposed to be here.
First of all,
You're not supposed to be here.
the car that I picked up. Oh. You're not gonna film me. The car that I got is out front.
It is.
And I picked it up from Albany.
New Mexico. Or New York.
Albany, New York.
Right. I'm thinking of Albuquerque.
From a Vietnam vet who's owned it for 10 years.
Well, what is it?
It's a 1995 Oldsmobile Cutlass convertible.
And that's going to be your go across country car.
I think the trip is going to be postponed
Oh, no.
till after Labor Day weekend.
Why?
Because the car needs a little work for me to be satisfied that it can go 6,000 miles. I rode it 400 miles home.
Can we go look at it?
Halfway in New Brunswick, New Jersey, all the lights came on the dash and it got hard to steer. So I was lucky to get it off.
Is it burgundy color?
It's red.
Yeah, did I guess it?
Okay, well, it comes in white and black and a couple
Yeah,
different
but I'm
colors.
confused. This big event you're going to in
Right.
March,
Right.
you're postponing it or they're postponing
No,
it?
I'm postponing because I want to make sure the car is solid. So another good time to go from other people on Route 66 said the month of September is good, and I would feel better. Really, I don't have that much time for the 21st of March.
Right, so the
It's
21st of
close.
March is the big Route 66 gathering from Michigan?
No.
From where?
Chicago.
From Chicago.
All the way to Santa Monica, California, Route 66.
Right, and the prerequisite is how old a car can you have?
30 plus.
So it has to be,
95 or older.
Yeah, so 95 or prior, or what do you want to say?
95 or
It
older.
can't be 96 or 97.
No.
And what year is your car?
95.
Oh, on the head.
On the head.
Has it got a 305 motor in it?
No, it has the 3.4 dual overhead cam engine.
That probably runs pretty good, but it's all
So the
electronics.
belt and the, what do they call it? The belt and the
Hey, you got your
there's
kickstand
three
down.
things that normally go with the belt when you replace it.
Okay.
That car broke down. I had it towed. I was at a Pep Boys in East Brunswick. 8 hours it took them to change that, and then I rode the additional 200 miles home.
So I can see it right over there, that bright red car.
Well, it's probably the only red car in the parking lot.
It is,
So
with
it
the
needs-
tan
it needs-
convertible
it needs
top.
work. It's getting an oil change tomorrow, but the brakes need to get flushed. The power steering's going to get flushed.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll drop the transmission pan.
Right.
So I got to clean up the inside, but I want to make sure that it can do the ride, and I don't want to break down.
Yeah.
And I might not break down. It just might need those other fluids done.
Right.
You know what it's like? It's like here's a car that a guy's owned for 10 years, and even though he put 40,000 miles on it in 10 years, in the last couple years, it's barely gone anywhere.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he told me he drives it, to the golf course in the summer, and then all of a sudden, I take it on a marathon, 400 miles home,
Yeah.
and it was in shock. And then
Exactly.
And then so a few things happened.
Right. Yeah.
So unfortunately, that was 740. Now I had two sets of tires, and both of them were dry rot.
Oh, wow.
I knew the set. One set was dry rotted.
Right.
The set that was on the car, he couldn't bend over and tell me how old they were. When I got up there and saw them, I went, I'm not driving 400 miles on tires that are dry rotted.
Let's walk over and look at it.
So anyway, what I did was, there was a Mr. Tire up there in Albany.
Yeah.
And I got 4 brand new tires.
Yeah.
And take all 8 old tires.
Right.
And so I put the factory rims back on.
Oh, nice.
But I have racing rims that were on the car.
Yeah.
So I took the 4 rims with me.
Pretty impressive, you know. I mean, the body's
It's been
great,
repainted.
but no dings and dents per se.
It's been in his garage.
And interior looks in good shape for
And
being.
the driver's seat's got some cracks,
Right.
but I haven't detailed any of it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't washed it. It's been sitting inside.
Right.
And it's going to get all that tomorrow, and it's going to get the oil changed. And this window, last summer, he forgot he had his golf clubs.
Oh,
he
it
put the
broke
top
it.
down,
Yep.
$900.
Oh, my
He put
gosh.
a little hole there, but it was $900.
Wow.
And as I said, it's got the radio with the cassette. It's got it's got the boot for the top.
Yep.
And I got the folder is pretty thick, but a lot of it was done a while ago.
So this is running off the Grand Prix chassis. If you think about it, this is the Pontiac.
Well,
This
it's
is
the
the Pontiac brother to the Oldsmobile. I had the Pontiac Grand Prix back in 97, 98.
Okay, probably is the same.
Yeah, it
And
is.
As I said, this has the 3.4
Right.
double overhead cam. It
Yeah.
had the 3.1, and then they changed it. And this is the last year they changed the center console to have 2 cup holders. 94 had no cup holder,
Isn't that something?
so there's 2 little cup holders.
Right, yeah. Wow.
But
So you just don't feel good 3 weeks from now. You don't feel good by the 3rd week of March to take the adventure.
no, because as I said, oil change tomorrow. I want to make sure everything else is okay. I got to get new plugs, new wires. But as I said, it did the 400 after that initial breakdown on 95.
Yeah.
Thank God it was close to the exit. And here's the funny thing. The guy who drove the flatbed to pick me up
Yeah.
sees the car.
Yeah.
His dad had an Oldsmobile dealership.
Oh, wow.
And this is the car that him and his brother and sister got rides in.
Okay.
Up until 2004 when no more Oldsmobile.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah,
Right?
right.
So
yeah.
I had multiple people either at a gas station or a guy in traffic in New Jersey tells me to roll the window down. I'm like, oh my God, I hope something isn't hanging off the back. He goes, you have no plates. I go, I know I have no plates. And then he goes, oh, by the way, that's a nice car.
That's funny.
It is.
No, but tell people on the channel what the special event is.
It's called the Shakedown Cruise.
But what is the famous guy that goes around the country?
Adam Sandoval's Shakedown Cruise.
That's what it
It's
is.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
He's taking his 78 Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am.
Nice.
There's 12 stops starting on the 22nd, and there's going to be 12 stops, and at each Best Western we stop at, there's going to be a car show
Okay.
at night.
What's the participation? Do you even know?
No, I don't know.
Would you say hundreds or thousands?
I don't know.
Really?
Well, you don't have to be on the whole ride. It's like his motorcycle rides.
Yeah.
If you only want to do 2 stages,
Right.
then you're on it and then you go back home.
Yeah.
Or there's going to be people that probably in Arizona or New Mexico join the ride just to go to Santa Monica.
Okay.
So there's going to be people joining and going out. My plan was to do the whole thing.
But he's known for being the Harley guy and going to see all the
Harley and
dealerships.
Indians, he rides them all over the country.
Yeah, and goes and visits, and he does that for charity.
He's got a big ride in March or April down at Teddy Morse's in Texas.
So
they got a big motorcycle ride.
He's a military veteran. He wants
He's
to do.
not a military
but he
veteran,
just does
but he
things.
raises money for all the military.
Okay, military
Hundreds
veteran.
of thousands of dollars.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's got his own channel. And if you watch my channel, they can go to his channel to see this.
Yeah, Adam Sandoval rides, and then he's got the Shakedown channel.
Okay.
You
All
know.
right. So on Labor Day, you'll still have the same opportunity to do the same thing, or it'd be a whole different
I'm going to
scenario.
probably do it on my own, or if you go on the Route 66 channel on Facebook,
Yeah.
then you will see all the people that have either done the ride in car or the ones that plan to go. And next year is the 100th anniversary of Route 66.
Well, that's hard to believe.
So
Already? Wow.
that's going to be
Chat
a
right
big.
here.
That's going to be big also because of the 100th anniversary, and there's going to be people, going for that reason.
Right. You actually know how to ride a motorcycle?
What?
There you go. So that's the story.
All right, I'm going to cut it off there. Thank you,
You
sir.
go.
All right, I'm leaving. I'm done talking. I had fun. Hey, saw a lot of great people there today. That was actually fun. I had a great time. Talked to the owner. Good time. His numbers, same. Nothing radical. But he thinks March will be the telltale of where everything's going. So that's what he just said. He said, March will kind of tell us what's going on. But yeah, he's concerned, like many other business owners are, of the uncertainty of this area of the government being attacked in so many ways, if you look at it that way. I mean, they're circumventing so many people's jobs, or are they? It's very debatable. But there's a rocket in the Evel Knievel edition. I just can't see it, but everybody has their own flair. Everybody has their own thing that makes them excited. I'm sure somebody will buy that and be excited as could be. Not me. So I'm glad what I have is what I have, and that's a great thing because I don't want to buy one. But that's even a better thing, right? So everybody, thanks for watching my channel. Have a great day. God bless. Stay tuned for more Ice Age TV adventures.